Morning.
I'll start off. Hey, Coach, the exhibition games were really fun to watch. A lot of high energy, a lot of points, a lot of guys doing stuff that is going to be good to see all season. Uh, I know that the opponents, or maybe not of the caliber that we're going to see for the rest of the season. And I was wondering, is there anything that you saw, given all the positives, were there things that you saw that you thought we could work that the Red Wolves could work on?
Yeah, individual defense. I it's great. We scored 104 or 112 against Central Arkansas. I think we gave up 77. It's too many. We let them shoot 50% from three. Although we eliminated, our goal was to eliminate attempts. I think we did that. They only shot 14, which is great. That's a high volume 3-point shooting team. So I think we did a good job there. But we need to guard our yard better. We call it, keep our man in front of us and win our matchup. And I think we get beat off the dribble a little bit too much. And so definitely individual defense. Offensively, recognizing floor spacing in our flow offense. More often I found myself calling too many sets. That's something that should be done on the floor by our guys, the way that we play. So but all in all, pleased offensively. We've got some work to do defensively.
Coach, could you share maybe your impressions of Wisconsin and what you'll need to do to kind of get the pace you want against the Badgers?
Yeah, it's honestly a shame that they're not in the top 25. I hope that we can keep them out of there for another week or so, but it won't be long before they're in there. They're probably one of the most underrated teams in college basketball right now. They return 92% of their scoring from a team that went to I think it was the NIT Final Four, NIT championship last year. So 92% of your scoring back. That's in college basketball. That's huge. So this is going to be one of our toughest opponents all season. Great coach, contrasting style of plays, which always makes things interesting. They're in that bottom 10% of pace, offensive tempo. We want to be in the top 10%. Again, no right or wrong answer. Coach Guard's won a lot of basketball games. Their shot chart's going to look a lot different than ours. We've got to find a way to guard the post. They're huge. They've got two really good post players, and their threes and fours both got size on us. So, biggest thing is we're going to have to. Again, I said we've got to get better defensively. We definitely have to going into this one because they're gonna make us guard the shot clock for 25, 30 seconds, and then they don't give up transition baskets. They get back. So as much as we're a transition team, we've got to learn how to run offense in the half court because they're one of the best teams in the country at not giving up transition. They'd rather not get offensive rebounds than give up any sort of transition at all, which I get it. So they're going to get back and really guard the paint. So we've got to get ready to score in the half court and defend in the half court.
Coach, who were some of the young men that since the day you got here up until this point that you feel have really stepped up their game and can do something to help this team this year?
I mean, where do I begin? I mean, go down the, you watch the exhibition games. Caleb Fields is in 2 exhibition. I think he's 23 assists to 21 assists to 3 turnovers. I mean, that's elite. I don't, I was trying to track him down on the assist record here. He's got a chance to move into second. But holy smokes. I'd like to know who kept stats when Chico Fletcher was here because for Chico to have the number of assists he had in only 114 games is absurd. He averaged almost 8 assists per college basketball game. So, Mark, I'm going to need you to pull. I'm going to call Chico and give him a hard time. So I'm going to need you to pull the schedules, who they were playing, and then I need the video. I'm going to have Logan stat a couple of those games. That's insane. I mean, I knew Chico was good, but I mean, he's top 25 on pretty much any type of assist category in college basketball. I mean, that's impressive. So, but back to Caleb, the 21 assists to 3 turnovers. I don't care who you're playing. That's fantastic. Obviously Ledoux Lecou steps up and has 5 blocks the other night. Caleb Fields led us in blue collar points. Freddie and Darian, are who we thought they were. Have been very, very good for us. Darian's big knock coming out of Fayetteville was that he didn't shoot the ball well. Well, I mean, y'all watched the last two exhibitions. He worked his butt off all summer. And that's what hard work does. And he's one of the hardest working young men I've ever coached. Freddie Hicks got us going the other night. DeAndre Dominguez, I think y'all have seen how he can play multiple positions and it's a huge spark for us. And then Terrence Todd, our first exhibition, was maybe our best offensive player. Our second exhibition, he actually had the best defensive leverage on the team. So that's huge to see what he can do on both sides of the ball. So he statistically, he was our best defender against Central Arkansas.
Coach, clearly you're going to need kind of all hands on deck in terms of your bigs versus Wisconsin. So how much will Will Hartnett be able to contribute on Monday? It's
hard to say. He probably could have played a couple minutes the other day, but we didn't feel the need to do that. We'll practice today. We'll practice tomorrow. We'll practice Sunday. See how he responds, see how his body responds to these next 3 days in practice, and then take it from there. He's a vet, so he knows his body. He's a competitor. He wants to play 40 minutes on Monday, but he'll wake up and on Monday and be able to. I trust him enough to tell me, hey, coach, I think I can give you 15 to 20 tonight, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to kind of go take his lead on that, but hopefully we do have him out there. But it's really a day-to-day deal right now.
Coach, just how thrilled are you to have kind of an early, really a litmus test for you guys? Opening night, going to play a Big Ten opponent, and a game you kind of mentioned, you wanted opportunities for A-State to kind of have televised games, things like that early on. How big is it to have one like this on opening night?
Yeah, it's huge. Our schedule was done. We were done, and then we got the call from Wisconsin and had to move some things around, and we wanted the game, as a test. I just don't, we got to go play Bowling Green next weekend, and I just don't know how much better we get by playing a non-D1 at home for y'all on Monday night. And it's great. We get another, 2,500 people here and they watch us, play against a non-D1, but I don't know that prepares us to go play at Bowling Green. I coached in the MAC. I've played at Bowling Green. It's going to be a war up there. It's going to be a battle next Monday. Todd Simon's a great coach, and he's trying to do what I'm trying to do here, and he's done it already at Southern Utah. So, we've got to prepare ourselves on Monday. Obviously, we're preparing to win that game. We don't go into any game we're not preparing and attempting to win the game, but that also helps us prepare for the next game, which is Bowling Green. And so that's why we schedule the way that we do. I hope we go in there and we beat Wisconsin. That's obviously the plan. That's the goal. We're putting together a scouting report and a game plan to do so. But regardless of the outcome, we have to be a better basketball team when we leave there, so we have a chance to beat Bowling Green next weekend. And so really excited for the opportunity and thankful that Wisconsin was willing to play us, because everybody wasn't. That tells you how they're pretty confident in their team. We had a lot of teams say, absolutely not, we're not playing you. And they were ready and willing, and more than willing. I think we broke a record as far as a guarantee. So they're pretty confident in their team, and understandably so. 92% of their scoring back, and then a couple impact transfers and impact freshmen. So we've definitely got our work cut out for us on Monday.
Everybody good?
Coach, how far out is Terrence Ford right now from being able to play?
It's a day-to-day deal too. I don't want Terrence to play until he's 1,000% comfortable on that foot. He's close. I can't. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. It could be. It's just I don't. It could be Monday night. I don't know. We're gonna. He's pushing it and I don't say that not being smart with y'all. I mean, it really could. I mean, he's challenging himself every day with treatment and rehab and recovery. And we've gotten clean X-rays and clean MRIs, and so now we're just at a point where he feels comfortable guarding and getting up and down on that foot. And so again, it could be Monday, it could be next weekend, but I don't think it's gonna be a long period of time, if that is the best answer I could give you. I mean, I'm honest when I'm saying it's really a day-to-day deal.
I have a kind of follow up on the same vein with Malcolm Farron. What's his prognosis?
Malcolm's out for the year. I mean, that's he's unfortunate, season-ending injury for Malcolm. I'm not sure who did the surgery on Aaron Rodgers, but we don't have the same procedure here. I don't think. I saw Aaron Rodgers out there dropping back and taking snaps on last Sunday, but Malcolm's got a several month recovery ahead of him, and unfortunate he was he worked his butt off to get back. So but he still adds a ton of value to our program. He's a highly intelligent young man. He's helps us in scouting, and just he's kind of like having an extra assistant coach. So we're fortunate for that, and hoping for a speedy recovery.
Anything else, guys? All righty. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.